that you want to buy something like this. This is a DeLonghi. You know, way before we bought them, or we brought them into QVC, we bought my mom and dad one for an upstairs bedroom, because the house I grew up in, and I bet the house you grew up in, we didn't have central air. And you know, to put central air in a home is a small fortune. So my mom and dad used this in the main bedroom, and it worked great. Really, really great for years. And when we eventually sold my mom's house, my sister Deb took it, because that's how great the DeLonghi name is. This is over 35 five-star reviews. It originally was $549, and that's the QVC price. It is now $429.99. I know that's still an investment, but the nice thing is you're saving $119. Somebody else is delivering it to you. You don't have to figure out, how am I going to get this in a car? We can deliver it wherever you need it delivered. There is no reorder. Once the quantity's gone, it's gone. And then take any credit card. 5 easy pays at $86, so it becomes much more manageable. If you have a room that's warm, maybe above the garage that the air doesn't reach, maybe you live in an older home, we're talking about an apartment, instead of that window air conditioner, which is a lot more difficult. Air conditioner, dehumidifier, and fan. We're going to talk to the expert on this. Sean Pickford is here. Sean, nice to see you, my friend. Can you believe we're in garden season? Woo!
Yeah, and that fast. So it's here. And as you said, this is the perfect time of year
Absolutely.
to buy that air conditioner, because we're not in the season. As soon as we get in the season, everybody runs out, gets them, and you're lucky if you're left with something on the shelf. I love my DeLonghi. Right now I have it on the fan mode here because we have snow on the ground. But you know what? There are days where they say at the end of the week, we're going to be in the mid-50s already. So for those of you with the warmer climates, you're using air conditioning year round. This is a great way to use it in a room that you need that cooling, that you need that dehumidifier running to get rid of that moisture. And it's as easy to install as you're seeing here on the video.
It's so effective, and it's so easy to figure out how to use, Sean. Can you see the video to talk us through?
Yeah, I mean, you saw she was putting the window kit there. Now she's just angling this where she wants. It's fully remote controlled, so you don't have to get up out of the bed to change the settings on it. So everything's easy to read. Everything's easy to put together. There's the only tool you might need, and you don't have to do this, is a Phillips head screwdriver, so that you can lock in that window kit to the size that you want. But everything that you need comes with it. You cut the bottom of the box. You wheel it to the location where you're going to use it. You figure out, okay, this is the spot. There's my window kit. As long as your window is at least 20 inches small or 48 inches wide, this will fit. These click and lock into place. That's the expandable hose. It's 5.5 feet long. There's your remote control. There's your temperature setting. So you want it 74 degrees because that's your cool spot. Set it to 74 degrees using your remote control. If you like it cooler, you can go all the way down on this guy. This 64 degrees cool. Ooh. That's like being almost like in a meat lock. Or in my dad's case, to him, my dad's 93 years old. Cool to him is 78 degrees.
Yes.
So you could set this to 78 degrees and be cool. So that's the great thing about it. The other cool thing with all the DeLonghi pieces here, you get the remote control. There's also controls on the faceplate here. So in case you have kids, they lose the remote, no big deal. The other thing too is you get this 8x11 sheet of paper. What is this? It's laminated. These are your parts and pieces and instructions. And look, it doesn't get any easier. There's 5 steps on here. That's all there is to this. So it's not like you got to take a full day to do this. It's not like, oh, I don't know how to use tools.
And it's not permanent if you don't want it to be. That's
no,
the nice
I can take this out of the window and I can move it to another room in less than 2 minutes. That's how fast.
Yeah.
It plugs into a standard household outlet. If I had my favorite easy chair here and I said, oh, I don't want to move my easy chair, that's why you have that flexible hose. So I have room so I can move this out of the way or wherever I want it to be.
Well, it comes with, obviously, the portable air conditioner, but it comes with the remote, and the remote even has the batteries to it, so you're ready to go. Yeah. The exhaust hose, the drainage hose, the installation hardware, everything they're going to need, and then the manual on this. Sean, we're talking about a room up to about 500 feet?
Yes. 500 square feet, so that's a large room. That's a room that's 20 by 25 feet. The room I'm in right here is about that size. It will cool this room no problem. How do I know? well, I've had to use this before where the air conditioning went out for a little bit. And before I could get the guy to come out here to service it,
Ugh.
we put this in the window here. We had friends and family over. They were down for a long weekend. And I was like, oh, what are we going to do? Put this in the window. Everybody was nice and cool. So that's the great thing about it. If you have a generator, these will run off of a generator as well. So that's the great thing about the DeLonghi unit.
The other thing about this is not only an air conditioner, but it's also a dehumidifier and a fan. So, you know, sometimes you buy that dehumidifier separately, and then maybe you'd have a fan separately. It's all rolled into one of these, and there are handles on the side, because this is 63 pounds. So as Sean says, comes in a big box, but it has the markings on the bottom, so you know how to, you know, cut the bottom of the box off and lift the top off, and you're good to go.
Yeah, we tried to make it easy. So if you have to take it up steps, take it one step at a time with those handles and rest it on that step. It's got a built-in thermostat, so when it gets to your favorite temperature, it shuts itself off. It's not constantly running. It's like the thermostat in your house. So you want it nice and cool to go to sleep, you can do that. You want to set it to come home from work, and you want it to be nice and cool, but you don't want it running all day when you're not there, you can do that as well. Look, DeLonghi's been around for over 100 years. There's a reason why. They make quality white goods, and that's what this is. If you didn't make good stuff, you wouldn't be around for 100 years. So
amen.
These guys really know what they're doing. So I love the DeLonghi's. I have an original one that I have in my garage that I use to get rid of the humidity because I like to work down there. It's got to be 10 years old now, and it works like I just took it out of the box. So they're built to last. I know these are an investment, and I know you're looking at them saying, wow, you know, $429, but as you said, Pat, if you were to buy this at full price and it was going to keep you cool, it would be well worth it at that price.
Listen, if it was hot in the middle of summer, you'd pay more money for it, let's face it, right? And those window air conditioners, a lot of times, depending on where you live, they're difficult to use, and you're not allowed, sometimes you're not allowed to have them. We're going to take a look at some video that we're going to share with everyone. Talk to us about what we see here, Sean.
So this is how we cool the air. This is called an air conditioner. We're taking the air that's in your house, those yellow arrows, bringing them in through the back of the unit. We're removing the moisture and the heat and the yuckiness, which is those red arrows, and pushing the blue arrows, the nice, cool, dehumidified air, outside into your room. So you have to have the tube on this when you're in the dehumidifier and the air conditioning mode, so you have somewhere to let that moisture go. This is what it looks like. To me, that's a hamster wheel. That little guy there is pulverizing those water particles, so it pushes it outside of that hose in a fine mist. So if I were to look outside my window here when this is running, there's not water dripping down the side of the house. There's nothing to worry about because we've pulverized those water particles and pushed them out of the air. You'll also notice when it's working, the tube is warmer than the room you're in. That's because you're removing the yucky, hot, and sticky, you know, humidity that's in the room. Goes right outside. I also have my screen in the window here. So I don't have to worry about any bugs or critters trying to get in. It only takes up about 4 inches. So if I wanted to raise this up, I would still have full view out of that window.
And Sean, at $86 a month, hopefully it's something that everybody can, you know, really work into their budget. Jen, did you tell me that this has 12-month financing? So, and I'm reaching for my Q card. If you have our store card, and if you don't, you can go ahead and apply for one. Immediately, you'll get 5 easy pays, and then that option for the 12 easy pays. And you can pay it off anytime within those 12 months. As long as you pay it within the 12 months, it's the same as cash. But while we have it, and I know you'll be like, you know, there's snow on the ground, you two, but now's the time to get it when you save money, and it's not one that nobody liked. I mean, you could go to QVC.com and read the 35 5-star reviews, and you know the name of DeLonghi. You know, you buy it, just like I told you with my parents. You know, we bought it for my mom and dad, and, you know, it was still going years later, and then when we, you know, it was time to get rid of their house, my sister Deb took it. I mean, that's the nice thing. These last. They're well worth the investment.
Yeah, they really are. So now's the right time to get them. So I love mine. I wouldn't part with this. So we keep it here all the time. We've used it on occasion when, you know, we had an air conditioner problem. This is a great way to do it. So the DeLonghi name's a great name. They stand behind everything. I really love how nice and small and compact they are, too, because let's face it, I take up more space than this does.
All right, Mr. Sean, I'll see you in a little bit, okay?
See you in a few.
Okay, thank you. All right.